Hey everyone, it's Peek. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Pokemon Unite video. Today, I'm gonna do a really quick guide on everything you need to know about Decidueye, the newest character in Pokemon Unite. This character is actually insane, and while it is pretty simple to pick up, there are a few things that will really make you an expert in terms of maximizing your damage output and just playing this character wisely. So I'm gonna talk about items, build, skills, what you should be using and what you should be doing in a game as you're playing Pokemon Unite with Decidueye. So first things first, I want to hop over to UniteDB. We always kind of do this when a new character comes out, and it's an amazing resource. Always linked in the description of my videos, by the way, if you want to check out UniteDB. Sometimes people ask like, yo, what site are you using? This is the website, unitedb.com. So check it out in the description. Love these guys. Shout out to the Math Court as well. Always compiles this info as soon as it comes out. So the game wouldn't be the same without all this information. So really, shout outs to them. Anyway, moving on. The number one thing you want to keep in mind when playing Decidueye is that you do more damage the farther away you are from anything. So, for example, if you use your ultimate, Knock Knock, the Unite move, you're going to do way less damage here to someone who's right up close to you than you are going to do damage at its max range. So, if you line this like hitbox up at the very end of like a Zapdos or a Dreadnought, chances are you're gonna have a good chance of hitting it. And the nice thing about its Unite move is you are unstoppable during it. So I mean, that's pretty much all we're gonna talk about for the Unite move. It's pretty straightforward. You're just doing a lot of damage. You can move it around. It's pretty simple. Yeah. So basically what I like to call its second passive, because although this is like its auto attack ability, I mean, because it's such an auto attack focused champion, this is really gonna be your bread and butter. Basically, Decidueye stacks attack speed as it attacks, which is amazing in this game, as you might imagine, because of the prevalence of Muscle Band being probably the best, if not the, or like one of the best, or one of the best, if not the best item in the game. In terms of just raw damage output, Muscle Band is always going to be doing so much damage, and the amount of Muscle Band procs you're going to get is just out of control with this. Muscle Band does have an inherent cooldown, but like you're hitting that small inherent cooldown every time you auto attack because the attack speed on this character is actually insane. Also synergizes incredibly well with critical strikes, and you'll see once you get level, I believe it's 9, right? Yeah, 9, you're gonna get 30% crit. So similar to Cinderace and Greninja, you're looking at a lot of critical hit rate, and like put scope lens on top of that, as well as the critical hit damage that you're getting from a level 30 scope lens. This character is the maximum. It's just the maximum damage per second in terms of just like raw damage output in the game. So very exciting stuff. I mean, I think it's probably even more than Garchomp at this point while it's using its abilities, which is, you know, kind of questionable. They really need to fix Garchomp, but that's another video for sure. So anyway, yeah, basically you're attacking attack speed, or you're stacking attack speed when you're using this character. The other moves I've gone over in another video, but let me just say, in terms of like keeping this a quick guide, I genuinely think Spirit Shackle is probably going to be what most people should be taking. This move requires a lot more skill than Razor Leaf, so if you don't feel super confident in your aim, definitely go Razor Leaf. This is not a bad move by any stretch of the imagination. Razor Leaf is insanely powerful. Basically what it does is it increases not only your attack, but your attack speed even further. So like on top of the already stacking attack speed that you're getting from your basic ability, you are also getting attack speed from Razor Leaf. So it is a 10-second cooldown, pretty lengthy, but the amount of time you get this buff is pretty substantial, and it's incredibly powerful. It hits up to 3 targets, by the way, which was something I discovered in practice mode. So keep that in mind. You're not going to be able to hit all 5 members of a team, but I mean, like, if you're auto-attacking 3 people at the same time, you're going to be doing more damage per second than you are using Spirit Shackle. However, Spirit Shackle is really good for picking off low health opponents. On the other hand, you got Leaf Storm, Shadow Sneak. Really, Shadow Sneak is going to be your option here. Leaf Storm is really just like, it is a low cooldown, which is nice, but Shadow Sneak is just so broken. Any kind of movement speed augmentation in this game is going to be so strong. But the thing about Shadow Sneak as well is that like it gives so many debuffs. It deals damage, it decreases enemy movement speed, it decreases their defense, and it increases your movement speed so you can walk away faster, and of course, keep up the passive. You see, the kit all kind of works together, and I genuinely feel that Shadow Sneak is just like far and away the better option. Who knows, they may nerf this in the future, but for now, when you're seeing this video, Shadow Sneak is just the better option. It's so strong. Any kind of, like I said, movement speed in this game is so broken. We see that with Venusaur and Green. So hopping back into the game, let's talk about the itemization, because this is kind of the big thing, and I think a lot of people are wondering. Due to the fact that Decidueye's Unite move has you basically standing really far away most of the times, you really don't want to be point blank Unite moving like you do with, like, say, a Cramorant or something. Cramorant's Unite move works very similarly, right? You go unstoppable, you get a lot of shield, you're just kind of standing there. You can't be crowd controlled, but you can be damaged. So something really important that you want to do is just, you know, not use this right in people's faces. Unless, of course, you really need to, in which case maybe you want to use it and then cancel it and then, like, use your other abilities to basically utilize the Unite move buff, but not necessarily use the damage from Unite move. But that's a little more advanced, but anyway. So my thought behind this build is, of course, Muscle Band is a must-take. If you don't take Muscle Band, you're just 100% trolling. Absolutely. And Scope Lens, because your attack speed is faster than any other Pokemon in the game, you would really be doing yourself a disservice to not be taking a critical strike item here. In the case of Scope Lens, you're getting 12% extra critical damage. This is pretty much going to be a 4 to 5% damage increase for you permanently, like, during the game. So really, like, taking this item over pretty much anything else, I'd say, is a priority. And then, like, going back to the idea of the Unite move, not really using it point blank, I genuinely think that Buddy Barrier is probably wasted on this character, because as nice as Buddy Barrier is, we all know it's the strongest item in the game. It's broken. It gives you 600 more HP. Focus Band is really going to allow you as a glass cannon to stay alive in those, like, weird clutch situations where, yeah, maybe someone gets on the back line, like a Charizard or a Lucario, a Garchomp, someone like that, right? They get in the back line, they're attacking you. You're able to then use, what's it called? Shadow Sneak to, you know, get away and just basically heal off of that Focus Band. So I genuinely think that Focus Band is probably going to be the better choice here. Other options that you could take are definitely like Razor Claw, just straight up lean fully into your critical strikes build and get that 2.1% more critical strike chance. It's not a lot, obviously. It is 15 attack, so that's a decent amount, right? We won't say no to 15 attack. Definitely will help you out early. But I personally think in the long run, Focus Band's just going to be better. Another option, however, could be attack weight. You could just, like, full on try and super duper scale your attack. Obviously, Decidueye is probably not the easiest character to score on. However, with Shadow Sneak, you will be able to get away easier than, say, a Pikachu or a Ninetales, right? Who doesn't really have a movement ability. So you're really going to depend on Shadow Sneak if you go attack weight. But genuinely, I think Focus Band is probably going to be the better item. It's along with Muscle Band and Buddy Barrier, top 3 items in the game. It's just, its passive is so strong. The ability to heal yourself in a clutch situation, you never know when that's going to happen. You never know when people are going to get into the backline. And this just allows you to reposition. Again, take advantage of this passive, which allows you to do more damage to opponents that are farther away from you. So really, like, that's pretty much it for Decidueye. We can hop in the practice area and kind of, like, go over how you play this Pokemon, but it is probably one of the most straightforward Pokemon that have dropped in a while. It really is just like a Cinderace or Greninja. I'd say, like, there are some nuances that you're going to want to read up on abilities, such as Shadow Sneak. Like, you're going to want to keep in mind that it decreases not only their movement speed, but also their defense. So while Shadow Sneak is a good escape option, it's also a good re-engage option. It will allow you to chase Pokemon that would normally get away from you, and all the while, you're basically making it so it's harder for them to get away, and you're also decreasing their defense. As you see here, you're going to decrease their defense, and the upgraded version makes you decrease their defense even more. And from my testing, it seems pretty significant, the amount of defense that is decreased as you're doing this. So really, I think all the things I want to kind of showcase from a gameplay perspective are already kind of in the ability descriptions. And again, I don't want to make this video longer than it needs to be. I really just want to give you guys the essentials in terms of how to play this character. We're gonna, I believe you can spawn the buffs. No, you can't, actually. We just gotta wait. So in the meantime, let's just talk about the Unite move, because I think that's, like, probably going to be the least intuitive thing about this character. Like, obviously you pop it, and then you use the movement panel to move it around. Now it's not instant. You see, if I go from left to right, it swings. It's very, very similar to Green's bullet seed in that way. So it does like, it's not like a oh, you're changing the direction of your arrow type of thing with Spirit Shackle, and you can just like pick whatever direction you want to go, right? You do have to like kind of commit to a specific direction before you can swing around to it. So you see there's a little bit of a swing there. But in terms of Unite moves, like obviously just start learning. Like if you want to play this character a lot, you want to learn the positions of where you need to be in order to maximize the damage output. Obviously about here in the corridor is where you're going to want to be for Zapdos. About here for in this bush pretty much for Dreadnought is where you're going to want to be, and similarly to the top bush up here for Rotom, this is pretty much, you're just gonna kind of want to like sit on your goal pretty much. Oh, you can see that actually the Slowbro NPC was already damaging Rotom, so we didn't get a great showcase there, but obviously it's like insanely long range. Like the target dummy is outside of my vision right now. Oh, we're not quite hitting it actually. Let's see. Where is the target dummy? Did it disappear? Interesting. Now you can see it. I think there was a little bit of a weird interaction there with the target dummy, but I mean, it's crazy range, you guys. It's pretty crazy. So yeah. Again, highly recommend Spirit Shackle. It's great. Like, look at this amount of distance. You can almost like not see what you're hitting on the map, but if I cast this arrow, you'll see I actually kill that bee, even though it's outside of my vision. This is going to like, this is honestly going to make playing this game a huge pain. Another example of this is like if you're here on your goal, someone's recalling in this bush down here, you can actually hit them from all the way over here. It's ridiculous. And of course, if you don't have your Unite move, like just go ahead and snipe Dreadnought or Zapdos or whatever with Spirit Shackle. This is literally a ranged power-up punch. Okay, so last thing before we end the video, again, I don't want to make this too long, but you can see, right, that like I'm barely in range of Dreadnought, but I can still hit it from over here. And you can see with my passive that I'm pretty much doing, I mean, obviously I leveled myself up to 15, so that's going to front load some of the damage. But if you have a teammate standing like in melee range, so you keep the full amount of the passive, meaning like you are the maximum distance away from Dreadnought, you're going to be doing about 70% of its health. I did some testing earlier. In the first Dreadnought, like if you're jungling and you get level 9 as Decidueye early, you can basically just shred any objective as long as you have one other teammate literally just tickling it. So yeah. Anyway, this is pretty much Decidueye, guys. It's a pretty simple character to play. I think it's going to be super difficult to get this character because a lot of people are going to be playing this. It's always the same with these type of characters. Obviously, you know, people are just gonna gravitate towards the big damage characters like Decidueye, like Cinderace, like Greninja, those types of characters. It's just how things go. People like playing attackers, people like doing damage, and who can blame them? One thing I did actually want to point out is that if you auto-cast Spirit Shackle, it'll actually go in the direction you're moving. So it won't actually auto-target to a Pokemon. Let's see, I'm walking right, and it'll actually go here. So you'll see like there's Pokemon around me, right? But it'll shoot up. So you want to make sure if you're using Spirit Shackle, don't be a potato. Don't auto-cast your Spirit Shackle. Otherwise, you're going to be like this, and you're just going to be trying to kite out an opponent and like auto-attack it, and then you're just going to be like, boop. Okay, sending the arrow the wrong way, right? So you do actually have to aim this ability. So yeah, that's Decidueye. I don't want to make this, as I said, longer than it needs to be. It's already 14 minutes, but hopefully this is helpful for you guys. I'm super excited for this character. More to come on the channel, guys. I'm moving to, well, I'm not moving tomorrow. I'm moving this weekend. So very excited for that. So bear with me as I get my life settled into the new place and get everything set up. I'm really excited to interact with you guys more on YouTube, start releasing regular videos again, and yeah, just genuinely thank you for the support. Oh man, this is some banger music as well. Hope you guys are enjoying whatever you're doing right now with your life, with Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl coming out as well as Decidueye. There's a lot to be said for being a Pokemon fan right now, so it's a good time to join the game. If you haven't joined the game yet, go ahead and download it. It's free to play on Switch, on mobile devices as well. So yeah, that's gonna do it. Go follow me on Twitter, join the Discord, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're interested in Pokemon Unite. If you're not, that's okay. You can always unsubscribe. You are totally free to do that. And, you know, if you don't want to see me anymore, you can always do that later if you decide otherwise. But genuinely appreciate you guys supporting the content. It's been just amazing to see the growth over the past few months, and we've got a long journey ahead of us, so I'm super excited about that. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.